prepared to fight on once again today. We have a late-season top 25 showdown that could be crucial to the postseason picture. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Nittany Lions will get us started with the opening kickoff. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. First down here for the offense. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Going up top on first down. Taking a shot on the first play. Makes a catch at the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Trojans.
Man, you want to make a statement early in a game. Your first offensive possession, you go 75 yards for the touchdown. Their opponent right now is literally in shock and awe. They're in disbelief. They don't even know what hit them.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Looking for a productive play on first down. Takes the handoff. It's Martin. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Second down coming up. To the ground with the back. Runs through a tackle. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
All the way back to the 15. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Breaks the tackle. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line this week.
And you can feel it. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him.
And the quarterback is snowed under.
Those play-action passes take a little bit longer to develop, right? Because you still have the fake, and then the quarterback turns his back to the defense, has to reset. You got to protect him a little bit better than that, or the fake's got to be a lot better.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. Grabbed in the middle. It's Matthews. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. On fourth down, trying to find his man. He's got it. He got a foot down along that left sideline. You know what it takes to make a throw like that.
I just continue to be impressed watching this guy play. Good decision-making, very accurate. He's obviously got a lot of talent surrounding him, so no surprise that last completion. He's now over 3,000 yards on the year.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Unsuccessful second down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively? Try to have success on third down.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Needs to get it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. He caught it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, USC.
Man, it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His second receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right now.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass that could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that and start flipping.
Intercepted. Takes it the other way. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception. And the sudden change situation even more difficult for this defense facing a 1st and goal. Motion from the offense. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. So no room to run there, and you wonder after that loss on 1st down where they turn now.
Yeah, and that's why it's so important for the defense to win these 1st downs, right? You want to create negative plays to make this offense so much more predictable.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Buys a little extra time. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
Give a lot of credit to defense on this one. They were able to generate a pass rush, force the quarterback to move off of his spot, and that definitely affected his accuracy. That's a big reason why that throw was incomplete.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Got it! And he won't be able to get in as the defense gets him down at the 1.
You know, the tight end's going to have to do a better job of separating and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football. That time just couldn't create it, and as a result, as soon as he made the catch, he was brought to the ground, setting up fourth down.
Try to barge their way in. Touchdown, Southern Cal! And they take it in for 6 more points. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
And how about this offense? A big situation on 4th and goal, and you trust your running back. You trust your offensive line. You trust the physicality of this unit, and they reward that trust, and they punch it in for 6.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this point.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Penn State!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Hand off from the shotgun. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the USC 21, Penn State 7.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Looking to move it through the air. The sure hands. It's Matthews.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
3rd and short now from their own 48. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off against this offense.
This offense rolling with a first down.
Really nice pass there. You know the expectations at USC every year are sky high. Not just to win the conference, but to be in the national championship discussion. But to do that, they need this guy right here to play at a high level week in and week out because this guy has the skills and the tools to take them.
And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
Got it set up on the outside. At the 35, he's open.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time, the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it, there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. He breaks a tackle. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
Yeah, and this offense has got it all wrong, right? It's just been tough. This defense is on heels, can't figure it out. A bunch of plays in a row now, a bunch of success. This offense is doing what they want to do, how they want to do it. Defense is going to need to do something different to try to mix up this rhythm.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job game tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense, 1st and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. Touchdown, Trojans! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
The kick is up and good, and put 1 more on the lead. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up
all kinds of running room. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field. It's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you can tell the speed sets them up, makes the big play out to the left.
Handoff to the single running back. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. The Nittany Lions will snap it on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Firing to the right, complete.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is, because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Martin. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
At the 22, and first down for the offense.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. Flushed out of the pocket. Escapes the sack.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. They'll go to the ground. They'll give him a couple that leaves him with 3rd and 8.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Caught behind the line. It's Brown. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give them a first down. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. With the run on 1st and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? So the offense gets a little bit closer to the goal line after the penalty. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? A run for the quarterback. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
A nice job by this offense, putting the scoring drive together. And now listen, it's not even halftime yet. So keep fighting, going to halftime. Regroup. We found a little something on this drive. See if we can cut into this lead and continue to make this game closer and closer.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. UTSA has been blitzed from the opening kick. And as you can see, the score right now is a lot to a little. They're trailing by 17 to UConn. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He makes the connection. And that completion good for a short game, but they still have some work to do to pick up the first down. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. He's going to run it. Oh, it's out! The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. He's going to pass. Picked off. Looking for more room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover one. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll give it to the back. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. He'll toss it. Fakes his man out. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch? The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Comes out throwing on 1st down. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Trojans will kick it away to start the second half. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success, and so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The give to the back. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
The Nittany Lions with the 1st and 10. On the run, it's Wallace. Still running at the 40. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
One back in the backfield. He gets to carry.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Power football with the run. Oh, they knock it free. Oh, and he's able to get the ball back, but he does lose yardage on the play. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got him downfield. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to first down.
Well, he hauls that pass in. Big play for the offense. The Trojans have had such a history at this receiver position, right? We go back to Mike Williams, Keyshawn Johnson, Juju, and then Jordan Addison. There's always a playmaker on the perimeter of the field for the quarterback to take advantage of, and they've got to keep feeding this guy the football. He is dangerous.
Got it in the middle. It's Lane.
And that is exactly where the football was supposed to go. Offensive coordinators call drag routes, anticipating man coverage. Even though the ball's only traveling 2, 3, 4 yards down the field, if the receiver is able to get a rub and create some separation and the quarterback hits him in stride, that little completion, that can turn into a 20, 30-yard gain.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision. Nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
He's looking to throw. He finds his man. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Trojans want to pick up the tempo. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Got his man on the right. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. He caught it. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Man, and that's just making it way too easy on the defense. They're laughing at that short field. They're like, really? Okay, we'll just make an easy tackle and jog our punt return team out on the field. You're going to make it that easy for us.
They come to the line of scrimmage full of guts, passing on the field goal attempt that would give them the lead and going for the touchdown on 4th down. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick, especially on 4th down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job by the defender.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make because they got to stop the bleeding right now. And, David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack you, and you got to do something about it. I think the defense, maybe time to start committing more guys to stopping that run, not worrying about the pass as much.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Now they'll run it to the right here. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter.
We are all tied up.
Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. The Nittany Lions will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Slips through the line. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last.
Second down.
Having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs. You're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And the Trojans get it up to move the chains.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yard. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Offense picking up steam. 1st and 10 from the 31. Use the play fake. Now to throw. It's complete on the right side. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
And we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Looking for a man. It's Childs. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They'll try to power their way ahead. Touchdown, Trojans! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No shot at a return. It's out of... And it'll be a touchback. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Using the quick game. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And that ball is picked off. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
And they'll knock him down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Brown will throw it. They're trying to get to it. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Makes the catch. He gets it in. Touchdown USC. They extend this 4th quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat and keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. On first down, here comes this offense. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Hey, how about it? How about the old toss play, right? QB catches the ball, tosses it to the running back. Listen, it's got to be thrown out in front of him so he can continue to run. And then the offensive line has to do a really good job of getting the edge so he can get north and south. Used to see that play a ton back in the day. You just don't see much of it anymore.
Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Grab near the sticks. It's Flowers. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. He wants to throw. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Grabs it inside the 10. Touchdown, Penn State. Reeled it in and just made the house call.
And that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Colorado State is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you just never know. They're trailing by 9 to Fresno State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
It's got to be tough right now on defense. You need to find a way to get a stop, and you haven't been able to do that in the fourth quarter. You've been giving up points. You just gave up a touchdown in the last drive. You need a turnover. You need to do something right now to stop this momentum.
Now on the move at the 28-yard line on first down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Brown wants to pass. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And I don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And obviously, getting the completion, it's a killer. They get a new set of downs. You got to find a way to make a play. Now, the saving grace, I guess, Jesse, is he ran out of bounds and stopped the clock, so at least the clock isn't running.
Yeah, David, it's just a situation right now. Defensively, I think you just got to take more chances, right? You may have to blitz. You may have to sell out. You might risk giving up a big play, but it's just so critical at this juncture of the game that you're able to retake possession and give yourself a chance to win.
Now the play fake. And he reels it in for a touchdown, and that just might seal it.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail beat coffin, great execution by this offense to put this game out.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. They'll throw it on first down. He looks that one in nicely. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's going up top here late in the game. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. It's great for this quarterback to take shots down the field, but you just don't want it to feel like a give-up or a chuck-it-up and hope kind of play. Fires deep toward the end zone. And the pass will be incomplete, looking for a little window dressing at the end, but the ball game is over. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get just kind of one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.